Picture a steamy jungle in Guyana, South America, where the air hums with insects and the trees hide a nightmare. It's November 18th, 1978, and over 900 people, men, women, children, lie dead in a sprawling camp called Jonestown. Some clutch each other, others sprawl alone, their faces frozen in agony. Beside them, cups of purple liquid glint in the sun, a deadly cocktail of cyanide and Kool-Aid. This isn't a war zone or a natural disaster. It's a massacre orchestrated by one man, Jim Jones, a preacher who promised paradise and delivered hell. In a single day, 918 people died, the largest mass killing of American civilians until 9/11. How did it happen? Why did they follow him? And was it all as it seems? Welcome to Darker Unveiled, where we dig into the darkest corners of history. If you're ready for a story that'll grip you to the core, hit subscribe and let's walk into the jungle. It starts with James Warren Jones, born in 1931 in rural Indiana. He's a skinny kid with dark hair and a strange intensity, preaching to chickens in his backyard and burying pets in elaborate funerals. By his 20s, he's a charismatic dreamer, blending Christianity with socialism in a way that turns heads. In 1955, he founds the People's Temple in Indianapolis, a church that welcomes everyone, black and white, rich and poor, in a segregated America. He's got a gift, a voice that booms with conviction, eyes that lock onto yours, and a knack for making you feel seen. He heals the sick, or so he claims, with staged miracles and planted actors and rails against injustice. By the 1960s, he's got hundreds following him, drawn to his vision of equality and a world without pain. But there's a shadow growing. He's paranoid, popping pills and preaching about an apocalypse, nuclear war, racial purges, the end of days. He tells his flock they need a safe haven, and he knows just the place. In 1965, Jones uproots the temple to Northern California, settling in Ukiah, then San Francisco. The timing's perfect. The counterculture's blooming, and his mix of faith and rebellion fits right in. The congregation swells to thousands, filling pews with devoted families, ex-addicts, and idealists. They call him father or dad, handing over their savings, their homes, even their kids, because he promises a utopia. He's a rock star now, rubbing shoulders with politicians like Harvey Milk and getting praise for his charity work. But behind the scenes, it's unraveling. Members whisper of beatings for dissenters, forced confessions in marathon sermons, and Jones's rants about enemies, the CIA, the press, the government. He's hooked on amphetamines, his temper flaring, his sermons darker. In 1974, he unveils his master plan. A commune in Guyana, a tiny nation on South America's edge. He calls it Jonestown, a paradise free from America's sins. They believe him, and they pack their bags. By 1977, nearly 1,000 followers arrive in Guyana, hacking a settlement out of the jungle. It's brutal work, clearing trees, building huts, planting crops under a relentless sun. Jones sells it as heaven. No racism, no poverty, just a big family working as one. At first, it's almost real. They sing together, share meals, raise kids in a school painted with bright murals. But the cracks show fast. Food runs low, rice and beans, sometimes just broth, and the heat saps their strength. Jones rules from a pavilion, his voice blaring over loudspeakers day and night, preaching love one minute, doom the next. He stages white nights, fake emergencies where they practice mass suicide. Sipping juice he swears is poison, laughing it off as a loyalty test. Dissenters are locked in a box or drugged into silence. Guards with guns patrol the edges, and letters home are censored. Some want out, but there's no leaving. The jungle's a cage, and Jones is the key holder. Trouble brews back in the States. Ex-members and worried families talk to the press, calling Jonestown a cult, a prison. In November 1978, Congressman Leo Ryan flies down to investigate, bringing reporters and a handful of relatives hoping to pull their loved ones out. Jones puts on a show smiling kids, a band, a feast. But the mask slips. A note's slipped to Ryan, "Help us escape." On November 17th, a dozen defectors beg to leave with him. Jones lets them go, his face tight with rage. The next day, as Ryan's group boards planes at a nearby airstrip, gunmen from Jonestown open fire. Ryan's dead, shot 20 times along with 4 others, a cameraman, a reporter, a defector, a pilot. The planes are riddled with bullets, survivors crawling into the bush. Back at the camp, Jones knows the end's near. He calls a final white night, and this time it's not a drill. The loudspeakers crackle to life that afternoon. "We're under attack," Jones shouts, his voice slurred but commanding. "The congressman's dead and they're coming for us. It's time to die with dignity." Nurses mix a vat of flavor aid, not Kool-Aid, despite the myth laced with cyanide, Valium and chloral hydrate. He calls it revolutionary suicide, a protest against a world that's rejected them. Audio tapes roll, capturing the chaos. Mothers scream as babies are fed the poison first, syringes squirting purple death down tiny throats. "Don't be afraid," Jones drones. "It's just a step to the other side." Some drink willingly. Others are forced guns at their backs, arms pinned by guards. Bodies drop fast, convulsing, foaming at the mouth, piling up in the dirt. Jones rants on, blaming America, capitalism, the traitors who left. A few try to run. They're shot or dragged back. In 20 minutes, it's over 909 dead, including 304 children. Jones takes the easy way out. A bullet to the head, likely fired by an aide. The jungle falls silent, the pavilion a tomb. Days later, Guyanese troops and US soldiers arrive, gagging at the stench. Bodies bloat in the heat, flies buzzing over a sea of color, red dresses, blue shirts, white sneakers. The scale shocks the world. Headlines scream cult massacre, and TV replays Jones's voice from the tapes, chillingly calm as death unfolds. Most bodies are flown to Dover Air Force Base, but dozens are never claimed, buried in mass graves. Survivors, the defectors, a few who hid, tell of brainwashing, fear, and a man who turned love into a weapon. The People's Temple collapses. Its San Francisco headquarters a hollow shell. But questions linger. Why so many guns? Why cyanide stockpiles? Some whisper of a darker truth, CIA experiments, a drug-running cover-up, a hit on Ryan gone wild. No proof sticks, but the doubts fuel books, documentaries, and endless debates. Jonestown isn't just a tragedy. It's a warning. It's the story of a man who twisted faith into control, of people so desperate for hope they followed him to the edge. Over 900 lives ended in that jungle, each one a thread in a tapestry of manipulation and madness. The site's abandoned now, swallowed by vines, but the name echoes a synonym for cults, for blind devotion, for the phrase drinking the Kool-Aid. What drove them there? Was it all Jones or something in us all? And what if there's more we'll never know? This is why we dig into these stories, to face the dark and ask the hard questions. What's your take? Drop it in the comments, and if this gripped you, subscribe now. Hit the bell for more tales that won't let go. Until next time, stay curious and watch who you trust.